guys, I wanted to give you guys a little update and tell you what I've been doing in my third week of ministry here in Salt Lake City, Utah. So this past week we've had Plant Camp, or Plant for the Gospel Camp. And basically it's middle schoolers and high schoolers across the nation come in for 1 week and serve with Gospel Grace Church. We did a lot of different things such as tabling in the park and community events, including a free car wash, a free meal, a free kids carnival, a trash cleanup, and other things as well. They also did some canvassing in the ballpark area as well as the Liberty Park area. So they got talking to people, building relationships, and all kinds of really cool stuff while they were here. And that was our first out of 4. So we have 3 more this summer, so please be praying for them. So I have some updates with the LDS ministry. So I mentioned 2 Sundays ago, that a couple people on our team went to LDS Sacrament in order to have the sisters come to Gospel Grace. So it was like a church exchange. Well, I got to do that as well with Seth and Megan. So we went to Sacrament this past Sunday. And later that same Sunday, Sister Peterson and Sister Ziegler came to Gospel Grace and heard the gospel preached here, making it very clear that we have different beliefs. The message was about the kingdom of God, and it was talking about how not everybody gets to just go to heaven, which is not what they believe. They believe that everyone gets to go to some level of heaven, but we preach from the Bible. And so when they heard that not everyone gets to go to heaven, that definitely confused them and made them realize that, okay, there are some differences. We also do Stories of Grace, which is testimony time. This week, we had an ex-LDS guy come up and share his testimony. He shared the gospel. He shared about how the LDS church doesn't teach truth. And it was a little bit awkward, but they got to hear it. Like, I was sitting right next to them, kind of like looking over at them, but they actually applauded for him. So they definitely heard it. So yesterday, the very next day after church, we found ourselves near Temple Square, so we decided to go over there. Megan and Seth and Tyler bumped into Sister Peterson and Sister Ziegler. Somehow they got into the conversation of the differences with beliefs. They started asking a lot of questions like, well, do you believe that we're saved? And Seth very gracefully said, no. According to what the Bible teaches, you're not. That was probably really hard for them to hear, confusing for them to hear, but we're not here to sugarcoat. It's a really hard truth, but it is truth, and they needed to hear it. Meanwhile, me and Emily were at a different part of Temple Square in the conference center, and we met up with Lily and Hope, Sister Bacher and Sister Gross. And we talked probably for about 30 minutes, and I feel like those two, they are the most genuine friendship that we've met since being in Utah. All the other sisters, it's just like a sales pitch, which is what they're trained to do. But with these 2 sisters, it's very genuine that they want to be our friends, and that just means a lot to us, and so I'm sure it means a lot to them too. That was really good just to talk with them and hear about them. They're also doing an exchange, so they have companions. So there's 2 of them. They're sister missionaries. For 6 weeks at a time, they have a companion. And on Thursday, they're actually doing a big switch. So they have to move their stuff because they have to be roommates with their companion. So they're all moving. They're all getting new companions, which is like a lot. But all of these relationships that we've built with these sister pairs, I just pray that the switching around of the sisters actually just leads to more relationships instead of less relationships, because I could see it going either way. Church in the Park is a bi-weekly outreach event. It has food and music and a message, and it's held in Liberty Park, where there's a lot of people walking around, so a lot of people stop, get food, listen, and it went really well this week. We had a really big turnout, and we had the plant campers helping, and it was really awesome. So we're really looking forward to the next one and just getting to reach more people and let people hear about Gospel Grace Church and about Jesus. So I'm gonna ask you guys to pray boldly and pray really big for Sister Peterson and Sister Ziegler, as well as Lily and Hope. I just really hope that these hard conversations that we had to have and these awkward moments of sharing hard truth, that God can use those to just really do a work in their heart. Pray boldly that He will save these sisters. Please pray for just opportunities to talk with people for surveying for the Prospectus Project. That way we can kind of get back on track of where we should be with that. Please also pray for the upcoming Plant for the Gospel camps, that their time here can be really awesome, really effective, and that they can learn a lot themselves and grow a lot themselves. And please also pray for time management because there's a lot to do and we only have a couple more weeks. Thank you guys so much. I love y'all. Thanks for praying. Bye.